What is going on, everyone? If you are going to the game tomorrow, I will be there. Looking forward to having a great time, trying some great food, trying some great drinks. It is going to be super cold, but nonetheless, La Raza is going to absolutely party tomorrow. Excited for the game, haven't been one in a very long time. And tomorrow, I am expecting the Houston Texans to upset the Washington Commanders. This is kind of one of the last times I am picking my own team to win a game because the season just has been such a disappointment so far. And the Washington Commanders are coming off a very impressive win over the Philadelphia Eagles. Former Houston Texans quarterback Tyler Heinicke made a couple big plays for the Commanders, and that questionable and highly controversial penalty that extended their drive at the end of the game, ending the Philadelphia Eagles' undefeated season. They are a 5-5 football team looking to start their playoff push, and the Houston Texans just happen to be in their way. And just like the way the Giants attacked us last week, I am expecting the Commanders to do the same. They rushed, I think, 49 times against the Philadelphia Eagles, and I don't doubt that is going to be the game plan, tomorrow, because the Eagles last week hit us with 47 rushes of their own. So running backs Antonio Gibson and Ricky Brian Robinson Jr. I am expecting a heavy dose of them tomorrow. The only bright spot is like these guys aren't Pro Bowl running backs. They're not Saquon. They're not Miles Sanders. They're not Derrick Henry. They're not Josh Jacobs. These are the types of running backs that the Houston Texans have been going against the past 4 games. So the talent level is a little bit less. Nonetheless, I'm still am expecting this running game for the Commanders to be successful because our rushing D is just that bad. But can you bend, don't break? The way the Commanders beat the Eagles last week, right, was grinding the running backs, putting Tyler Heinicke in third and short situations, using the tight end Logan Thomas and Scary Terry, to move the chains. Can Steven Nelson, there is going to be no Derek Stingley, can Steven Nelson somewhat contain Terry McLaurin, who had 118 yards last week, half of Tyler Heinicke's, passing yards? That is his go-to, man. Can you bend, don't break, and can you get to the quarterback? Can you get to Tyler Heinicke? He is shifty back there. He can make you miss. He does have that dog in him. It is going to be an interesting day for this Houston Texans defense, right? Because I do expect them to be successful at some points, right? This offense for the Commanders isn't that good, and their defense isn't that good. This is the middle of a flat-pack football team who is well coached and is somewhat successful. That's just the way football goes. On the offensive side of the ball, for the Houston Texans, the run game is going to be there all day. Hopefully we see the debut of newly signed running back Eno Benjamin, who was just signed from the Arizona Cardinals. There is also wide receiver Amari Rogers, who we just picked up. He was just cut from the Green Bay Packers. We do know that the Houston Texans need some wide receiver help. But like I said, the rushing attack is going to be the Commanders are allowing 4.1 yards a game. And lately, Dameon Pierce has been getting 5 yards a carry. So I am expecting another good game from the leading offensive rookie of the year candidate. And hopefully we see more explosiveness with the addition of Eno Benjamin. And we see less of Rex Burkhead and less of Dare Bungawale. Because as we know, Eno Benjamin can catch the ball and he can run the ball as well. Having a very good season. That's why so many people were surprised that he was cut. But the question is going to be, can quarterback Davis Mills win this game? This is a game at home. He is coming off a 300-yard game against the Giants. Can you move the sticks? The secondary for the Commanders isn't that good. Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins should have some success. Neither of these two has had a good game whatsoever. There hasn't been a good Brandon Cooks game, and there hasn't been a good emergence game coming out of Nico Collins. So hopefully one of these two wide receivers can get open. And then, do we see anything from Brevin Jordan? We haven't heard from him in a couple weeks. These tight ends are going to be heavily involved. But all eyes are going to be on Davis Mills once again. If he loses this game, do you start having conversations about switching quarterbacks? They already started having it last week. Lovie Smith adamantly said no, Davis Mills is the guy. But is he going to say that if we lose again against the Washington Commanders? I am expecting the Houston Texans to win and upset them tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think. As always, go Texans. You guys have a very blessed day.